Now this is really something else. I just did a video and I erased it. I'm like, because I usually don't go live, y'all. But I just wanted to say this morning. I wanted to say to encourage yourself. I want everybody to learn how to encourage themselves because you see you every day. You talk to you every day. You walk with you every day. You are you. So learn to encourage yourself. I wanted to just share this story and see, I have to share this story. And I think that's why that video messed up the first time. I mean, I did it all and everything, and then just erased it. I don't know what in the world happened. But anyway, I just want to share a story with you. This young man that I came across the other day, I'm on vacation. So I was in the room and he came in to fix something in the room, right? And he was walking with a little limp, I noticed. But as he was walking in, he walked in and he was looking at me in my eye, just looking dead at me. I thought he was looking at me like he might have known me or looked familiar to him or something. But he said, "Ma'am, you look good. That looks good on you." And I'm like, okay, I really didn't know what he was talking about. Really, I didn't. But the way he looked at me and I mean, I had my husband, my daughter was in the room, but I know, and they may not have felt what I felt, but it was just a different feeling that I felt when he said that. And he said that you look good. That looks good on you. And so I said, thank you. That really makes my day because sometimes, I get my confidence level is not always there. Sometimes I get on this camera and I encourage everybody else. I do my videos. I talk to other women. Um, I try to encourage everybody that I come across. I just love encouraging people. I'm texting people, giving them an encouraging word all the time. And sometimes I need to learn how to encourage myself because we can give encouraging words and everything of that sort, but if we don't give it to ourselves, if we don't truly believe in who we are and all the things that we can do, you know then we tend to giving it to others, but we're missing out on who we are. So when he said that, I was like, wow. I said thank you for that because sometimes I feel you know my confidence level is not all the way up. Sometimes, especially when I used to start getting on here, some people would call me or say, you need to put a little makeup on, you need to put this on, do that, wear this wig, all type of things. And then I had to sit back and think, the same people that are telling me these things, none of them would even get on a camera. None of them would even do what, walking in the destiny that God has given them to do because they're afraid. So they'll take out their fears, their insecurities upon you. So I know we all did this before. We all have done that to somebody in some form of fashion, right? We know if I could do what they did or what they're doing, that would be great. But I can't do it. So you kind of tend to um, throw negative words at what they're doing because you're not actually doing what you need to do. So, in other words, just be you, be authentic, whatever it takes. If God has you to come on here and speak to someone, to encourage somebody, don't try to get all fixed up, dressed up, do's it up. Be authentic, be who you are, and just let the word go and let it flow. I'm not saying go, come on looking like Winnie Foo Foo and all this other stuff. Yeah, carry yourself well. But sometimes we just have to be authentic. People are looking for the real deal. They're looking for the real you. They're tired of this fake, phony people that is being one way one time and another way another. So just be who you are. So this young man, he said, "You look good," and he kept saying that. He kept looking at me in my eye, and I noticed, and he had a deformity, and he came to fix something that was broken in the room, the TV. I noticed that the hand that he was not able to use as well, the stronger hand that he was using it and looking at me and doing what he was doing, looking at me, talking to me, encouraging me. It just was. I was watching him because He didn't let that deformity stop who he was. You know, he even was so confident in what he was doing it and looking at me at the same time. Confident. So he said people would ask him, how you be confident like that all the time? What do you do? You always smile. What do you do? He said, I didn't know. I was waiting for the answer. He said, I look in the mirror every day. I'm in that mirror every day. And some of you might look and think that's vain or whatever. But listen, you have to look at you. You be with you all the time. You know you. So why not look in the mirror and encourage yourself? One of my prayers every morning is, God, help me to see me as you see me. I mean, it's good to see as other people encourage you and to hear their encouragement and everything. And sometimes God sends those people to you too, and to give you that word of encouragement. But just ask God, God, help me to see me as you see me. Help me to walk in the ways that you would have me to walk today. Not my ways, not my might, but your will be done. So when he said that, I thought about it. Yeah, get in the mirror, y'all. You're going to see some flaws. I'm quite sure he see his deformity. But he said, I might not have strength in this hand, but I got a whole lot in the next. So I use what I have. We see people with extreme different things that they're going through. One man didn't have any arms, but he used his legs. One man, I saw a young man the other day, it's like he had half of a body, but he was a bodybuilder. He was a bodybuilder, and he was strong from the waist up, and he would run marathons and races. He used what he had. He could have just gave up. He could have just given up on life. Felt like I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I'm not worth anything. But he used exactly what he had. So we have to use what we have, use what God gives us, be who God has already predestined us to be. See, because God didn't make any mistakes. He fearfully and he wonderfully made us. This young man went on to say when he was younger, he used to be the one to get picked on. I did too. Big head, all types of things. Family members calling me big head, talking about me because, but he said he used to get picked on, beat up because of his deformity. He said, and all the other kids that was around him, nobody got picked on like he did. But he learned to love himself. He learned to find out what his strengths was. He learned to know who he was in Christ. He learned to know that, understand that he's greater. He has greatness living within him. You have greatness living within you. I have greatness living within me. Sometimes people die with that greatness because they never took the opportunity to understand and learn who they truly are. So know that you have the greatness in you. Know that, yeah, you're going to have flaws. You might have bad eyes. You might have missing limb or whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. I deal with alopecia in the hair. A lot of women deal with that. But be who you are, Be who you are, because I never would have expected that young man to look at me, just walk in the room and say those words. And it just pierced my heart. And it was just something at that time that I truly needed to hear. I love encouraging others. And God gives you what you give to others. But then sometimes, we have to understand we can encourage others. We can be there for others, but learn to encourage yourself. Learn to know who you are. Learn to know whose you are. And know that you have greatness living inside of you. Be authentic. Don't worry about what everybody else say. Don't worry about how everybody else think about you. Just do it. Sometimes we don't even know what we're doing. God give us something to do. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know which way we're going, where it's going to take us, but we just have to move in it, move forward, keep going, and know that God got us, right? So I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for my family that encourages me, my husband, my children, my grandchildren, and my son-in-law, daughter-in-laws. I'm so grateful because they're always there to encourage me, always there to tell me to keep going. You know, and so, but I, I have to understand. You need to understand that we need to learn to encourage ourselves. Ourselves. Learn to encourage yourself and know that you have greatness in you. Greater is in you that's in this world. He's greater. So he overpowers. God overpowers everything, all the negative, everything that you may think is coming against you. So I hope this helps somebody today. If I don't see that young man again, I'll never forget his face. I'll never forget his words. And I thank God for putting him in my path. And I love every one of you. I love you with all my heart. But encourage yourself today. And then you can go out and encourage others. Don't just keep it to yourself. Encourage others as well. Be blessed and be a blessing. Love y'all. Bye-bye.